Hey everybody. I should have cleared my throat before starting this. Hold on. Okay. I'm here. I am a little bit behind the time when I usually start these. So I'm sorry. I have kind of a crazy week going on. And yeah, I'm just a little bit I don't know what to call it. But I've been able to get this going. I'm always so eloquent when I'm starting these. Sorry, I have to look at all these little boxes and I'm trying to pop out my chat. I got it. I got it. We're gonna get this going. I know my streams always start kind of late. I mean, they start like 3 minutes in. I should start putting up like a little animation or something in between. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna minimize this window and I'm almost ready to start. And then I'll pop out my chat. There we go. Okay, and then I will leave this window up in case I have problems. And I'm ready. I'll try to do this a little bit faster every time, but yeah. So today is just kind of a take it easy stream. I'm like days behind on YouTube, catching up and stuff. So if I haven't gotten to your stuff, I'll get to it. Don't worry. Hi, Panda Princess of Love. How are you? And Stubborn Arrest. How's it going? Are you having a good day? Yeah. Let me get this background color picked. I'll just do, I think I was gonna have like a purple or something. Pick something nice. Yeah, so even though I've been a little bit busy this week, I thought I'm still gonna do my live stream. Because it's fun. I get to hang out with you guys. I have like one of those cases where you have to work on several things at once and you don't finish any of them, but you keep working on them really hard, and then you feel like uh, you're not getting anything done. But I'll eventually reach that like point. You're having a good day, Stubborn Arrest? Oh no, Panda Princess of Love, you're sick. Oh, that's the worst. Hopefully you'll fight it off soon. But yeah, okay, that's a little too yellow. Let's pick a nice base color. Hey, Toys Review Kids. Hey, Friday the Caveman. Fat Big Like. Thank you. Okay, let's see about this. I think I'm gonna desaturate this background. It's a little bit, it's gonna make the colors clash a little easier. So maybe I'll saturate it in the future, but for now, I'm gonna go down a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna set in a nice base color and just take it easy. Not worry about this painting too much. Yeah, I need a relaxing Saturday where I can do this stuff. Let's color her arm in here. And get this going. I guess starting next week, is it? What is today's date? I'm gonna have to start thinking about putting holiday music up for the stream. I wonder how much people will hate me if I do that. I'm definitely at that point where hi, Ali Okensagan. I'm probably saying all that wrong. Oops, I just did that all on my background. Look at that. Genius. That's okay. Not that much work was lost. Let's just change that and go back to this layer and get you repainted. Uh-huh. So, yeah, I'm definitely at that stage in my life where like I go back and forth. Like I'm like I hate Christmas music. I don't want to hear it. But then right around Christmas time, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to Christmas music all the time. And then you'll listen to it for about 2 hours, and you're like, that's enough of that for the year. So hopefully people won't hate it if I put holiday music on my live stream. I'll try it out, and if people rebel, I'll just switch back to the other tracks. Did I look at your channel. Didn't I subscribe to you? I thought I did. I'm really behind on catching up with videos, but don't don't give up on me. I thought I subscribed to you. I might be private, but I'll make sure to check it out after this stream just to make sure. But hopefully I'm subscribed now. Hi, Gaming Firefire. How are you? You say it wrong. You've probably corrected to me. Oh, I remember now. It's like the boxer Ali. That's right. I think that's what you said. Yeah. What color hair should she have? The reference has brown hair. I don't know if I want brown hair. Let's give her. Let's make it a little bit more red. I think. Yeah, I think so. That's still kind of brown. That's okay. We'll go with this color for now. Maybe I'll change it later and add some reds to it. But yeah. I wonder if anyone else is going through the like crazy holiday family stuff. I don't know how many people out there celebrate Thanksgiving, but it's like a big thing here. So I've been rushing my butt around cleaning the house and stuff, getting ready for people to come over. And that's always kind of stressful. Hence the relaxing, fun time coloring. It's really coloring. YouTube, you have to catch up on a lot of YouTube things. Yeah, sometimes you get a little overwhelmed. But I always catch up in the end, or at least I try to. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Gaming Firefighter. I'm doing good too. Just having a nice tea and yeah. Hi. Is it Sowley Art Studio? How you doing? Thank you. Yeah, no Thanksgiving in Europe. I don't think anyone outside of the US celebrates it. I could be wrong. Maybe there's like some celebrations in the territories of the US, but I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone from those territories to ask, so if you're from Puerto Rico or Guam or the US Virgin Islands, let me know. I don't even know the other US territories. I think Samoa, there's something like that. Moving on from my terrible geography knowledge. Yeah, I get these kind of details. I guess I'll just smash it in and then go back over with the base color until I can get it lined up there. I'm not a very precise colorer, I guess is the word. I'm always coloring outside the lines. Thank you, Friday the Caveman. I'm gonna keep slurping in the mic like always with my tea. Why I opened a Discord server? I had one earlier, and then Nick Eamon came to me and said, I can open one in your name, or I think he just did it. He might have just had it open. I'm gonna move her hair all the way down. And I was like, well, that's great, 'cause I didn't know what I was doing with mine. So yeah, I have that one going with him now. And oh, hi, Rubutani. The notifications come late. I started a little bit later than usual because I was kind of scrambling to get something done. It was not my finest moment with my thumbnail and stuff. What color shirt should I give her? Maybe like a yellow-green. This might look nice. Might be a little too saturated of a color. Let's take it back a notch. How long has it been going on? It's only been like, it says 9 minutes and 20 seconds for me, 27 seconds for me. So not too long. I just kind of started. I had the sketch all pre-done. I think I used to do the sketches live, but I think they're the boring part for people. So I like try to pre-sketch now. and have it all ready just to start painting or coloring or whatever. So you didn't miss out on much. I've had most of this done. Break is starting Monday. Yay! No more school. That's the best. Although then you start missing your friends and stuff. Or maybe you're antisocial and you're just like, I'll see him eventually. Oh, hello, Pantos. Is that, I don't know, I'm gonna assume that says pretty drawing friend? I don't know. But thank you. There should be like an automatic translation option in the chats. Okay, we got the base color done. Pretty easy and simple. Let's move on to adding some shading. So let me pick her skin tone. Make it touchy more yellow in the shading area. And that is close to her hair color. Yeah, I think it'll be okay though. I'm gonna turn my settings as they should be and just get started on it. We can tweak it later. Just gonna sketch in the, I should have done her hair on another layer. It doesn't matter. Sketch in the shading before I commit to it in bulk. My friends text when we're not at school, so it's all good. Yeah, you don't need to see each other in person when you could just text each other. I missed a color a little bit. I'll go back and get that in a minute. That little spot there. You can see it here when you're on a clipping mask. That kind of stuff shows up. I'll go in and fix it later, so don't worry about it. I see it. Okay, so we're going to have... This was going to be her shoulder. I don't know why. It doesn't look right. Because I drew her coat out. Whatever. I'll just have that be like she's leaning over a little more. And I'll get rid of this. And yeah, let me get a darker color because I lost that last one. You saw the whole COPPA and new YouTube rules. What's my thoughts? I think that YouTube is saving its butt. I think the COPPA thing, well, you probably have more. You're studying law in India, right? So you probably have more like legal thoughts on it. I think COPPA, YouTube is trying to make COPPA out to be like the villain. But it sounds like YouTube was kind of doing some shady illegal stuff. And when they got caught, instead of fixing it themselves, they've kind of pushed it on the creators and stuff. I think they could make a system where they just make sure that if they suspect a child is watching, they don't collect data, but they don't want to miss out on a single penny. So that's my tinfoil hat theory on COPPA. Hopefully people on this platform are very adaptable. I don't want to lose any of the people I'm watching. I don't think any channels are getting shut down. You're eating apple oatmeal and watching your magic. I love oatmeal. I like apples in oatmeal too. I put apples and walnuts and then a ton of brown sugar and sometimes even maple sugar because I'm just so healthy like that. But yeah. Alright. Kind of get these shadows. Definitely be some dark shadows over here. Oh, hello. Is it Iktas Drawing School? I'm sure it's not. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing everything. How are you doing? Hope it's going good for you today. Or tonight, or whatever it is. It's so strange, like, talking to people on a global level and people being like, oh yeah, it's midnight here. And I'm like, really? It's just now cracking day. It's kind of fun, though. Okay, so, oops, let's get some under here, too. It's always weird, like, coloring the eyes, because you always feel like you're making them look like they're sleepy and they have, like, bruised up eyes, but they need a lot of shadows there. So, let's get that in. I'm gonna Probably go in on her on her hair, I mean, in a minute, because it's currently looking really close to her skin tone, which is okay. Okay. Okay, first thing first, I'm gonna turn my opacity up. Let's patch up these colors that I missed. A little bit quick. Did it a little bit quick. No big deal. I get those patched in. No one will ever know the difference. Get that one there too. And a little bit here, I think. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Pretty jaggedy, but we're gonna keep working on it. So I'm gonna turn my sketch down, and then I'm going to, I guess before I continue, now it's too late because I made the skin tone too close. I was gonna remove the hair, but I think it'll just be easier to just work with it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a darker red as I'm shading it to try to differentiate it from the, I don't want it all the way on 100%, differentiate it from the skin tone. That's the word I'm looking for. And we'll see if that helps. I guess I have a little bit here that I could patch up. I got it right. It's a classic way to legally avoid conviction. You have a perception for legal stuff. It's nice you know me so well. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I always make guesses. I hope people. I say a lot of weird, like conspiracy stuff, and some of it's just a little bit in jest. So I hope people don't think anything I say too offensive or anything. I'm just joking around. I don't know anything about anything. Okay, let's clean her up a bit so her arms aren't so raggedy. But first, I want to get sort of this color hair a little bit darker. It stands out from her skin. Yeah, we'll knock that in there, and then a little bit here. It's always darkest right around the face. If your painting or whatever looks flat, I used to have that problem. I realized that it's really dark, so eventually I'm gonna build into this really dark color. I might as well just put it in now. Why not? I'll build around it. It'll look a little less invasively dark once I start putting the darker shadows in everywhere else. Isn't that a piece of shading on her shirt? Is this, you mean this thing here? I'll fix it up. It's okay. I'm probably, like on the reference, I see now why I had like a shoulder here. I'll probably add that back in. So it's just gonna be messy. I'm gonna make a mess, and then I'll clean it up. Like these border areas on the skin will get like it's going in, it's entrenching in the area. I'm gonna fix it out. But if you see something wrong, you can tell me what you think looks wrong, and I'll be happy to fix it. Okay, so let's see. Get this area darkened too. You actually will see a little bit of scalp too in the part, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. And a little bit of darkness under here. Get that kind of set up. Oh, and a little bit back here too. While I have this darker color. There we go. Hi, Broken Legend. How are you? Having a good day, I hope. Oops. Didn't mean to add those. It's no big deal. You even wrote to the FTC. Hold on, let me get a color here. Actually, I'm gonna want slightly shaded. Then I'll read your comment. So I can kind of be putting down marks while I'm reading. You wrote to the FTC, signed the petition against this. Don't want to lose your channel. I don't think any channel is actually getting deleted. I would just kind of get like locked out and people wouldn't get notifications or something. So like if nothing else, there'd be an archive. If I suddenly lost my channel overnight, I'd probably just start another one. I don't have anything else going. This is just a hobby for me. Just getting some things in. This is looking... I'm gonna go back. It looks a little bit too unsaturated, so I'll just bump up the saturation. Yeah, I think it needs to be a little more red. I'm hiding away from the red because I made her hair red. We can find a balance. It's a little bit better. Ooh, messy, but I get it. Let's just blend that in and then go under here and get to that little spots. I'll constantly find little pieces that I'm missing. Yeah. Okay. This is starting to shape up a bit. We'll have some on the back of her hand too here. Get that going. And then we'll have mark some in her fingertips here. Oh, I decided to join this community and become a tuber myself. Yeah. You're welcome to let you know. Yeah, I'll fix it up, but you can keep calling me on my mistakes. I don't have a problem with that. I'll fix it up right now in honor of you. So, I think in the reference there's a shoulder here like this. I'll just kind of mark it in like a sketch. It'll actually, whoops, won't be coming down. Whoops, same mistake twice. It won't be coming down quite that low. But that's where the shoulder will be, and then it'll actually come out, I think, here. If I'm gonna look at the reference and follow that. Come out of like this angle, actually, and then we'll have like her neck dipping in here, and then the shadow between her shirt and her skin will be popping there. This might actually go a little bit further out, and then we can mark in some shadows of her her thing. I might get fined. I don't think any of my content, there's a couple like drawing tutorials that I've already unlisted and marked as for kids. So if I ever have any question, like, I think this is marked for kids, but I don't think any of my content necessarily comes out as for kids. They mean like kids under 13, you know? So hopefully my stuff is a little bit beyond that. I don't know how much kids under 13 like have an interest in digital paintings and illustrations and stuff. Maybe I'll have to start adding some like more adulty stuff in my my things, like depression and people having existential crises or something. I'll be like, no kids allowed, everyone's miserable here. No, but I'll figure something out. Oh, you love my art? Thank you. Found out about you through Video James and Z. Oh yeah, he's my buddy. We're working on a game together. I'm drawing the art, although my crazy schedule this week. Sorry, I'm taking off my jacket if I'm moving away from the mic. It was really cold earlier, now I'm hot. Yeah, we're working on like a little fun game project together. So he's my game buddy, I guess. I thought you saw that, but just wanted to tell you so you wouldn't mess it up or post it if you're on another platform with a thing that everyone's commenting about because you haven't already posted it. Oh no, that's fine. People can call me on things. I'm all for the input. Okay, let's get this. It's a little dragging into the other. It's gonna be messy to begin with. I'm a messy. I get messy and then I clean it all up with my art. Do you know how like I don't know if you've ever taken art classes, but people talk about like the process is really important to art. Sometimes people think it's more important than the final product. I don't know about that, but my process is definitely of the make a mess and clean it up. Yeah, just sort of almost like sketching it in with the paint colors. Okay, so we have her hair like this. Some of this will come out and down. I should have done this on a separate layer. I've been trying to do hair on a separate layer, but it's okay. It's like painting in real life. You'll just have to keep going over it and be a little more careful. It's a good challenge, actually. I keep thinking I should do a 1-layer challenge, but I use this clipping mask way too much. I could do it sometime. It would definitely be a challenge for me. That's super cool. I'm getting into digital art myself now. Yeah, I think digital art is, if once you get the setup, it's not too bad. It's expensive to get, but then you never have to really pay for supplies or anything. So I think it's a nice free thing. If you mess up, it's so easy to delete compared to like having to paint over a canvas or something. We get some more flesh tones around on her face. Like here, maybe a little over here. And I don't know. I gotta go in and do more shadows, but I want to get her face looking a little bit separated color-wise from her hair. So I'm gonna add a little bit of these flesh tones in. So by flesh tones, I mean like more saturated, glowy things. That's my goal, at least. Then we'll have some blending, and then I'll go in with another shade and get these a little more defined. I'm gonna blow it up pretty soon. Yeah, this one might be messier than my usual works just because I'm going through it. Pretty hair so far, thanks. Hopefully it'll turn out great. Hair is one of those things that's sometimes it could go wrong, but sometimes it turns real nice. Their description was the horrible part. It was vague and super unprofessional. It looked like something a boomer would write and not a bunch of intellectuals. Are we talking about the YouTube's descriptions? I think, oh, you have to go? Okay, well, I'll see you later, Ali. Thanks for stopping by. I think a lot of, I don't know. It's kind of a shame because YouTube is owned by Google, and the #1 website in the world is YouTube. I mean, is Google, and the #2 is YouTube. So I don't think there's anyone who's gonna come and challenge YouTube too much in the future. But maybe another site will crop up one of these days and give them a run for their money, and they'll have to start I don't know, like adapting by being a little more accommodating to the creators. I think that YouTube at this point is fairly certain that they're eventually just going to go into like a corporate type business where they control the media companies and they lease the stuff out and stuff rather than having the individual creators. But when they finally switch over, and remember, this is just me guessing. I don't know what's gonna happen, but when they finally switch over, they'll have they'll leave an opening for someone else to take over, maybe like Instagram or something. Although I don't know, Facebook might consume them one of these days. Let's get a little bit of shading there. Get some of this redder, darker shading under her nose. I'm gonna have to clean this up. I'll get to it. Get some of these shadows defined. She's definitely going to have a lot here. It's going to mark them in while I'm up here, and then a lot over here. Mark these in. And some around the hand. Kind of keep building on the shading. Let's give her some color to her lips before we'll give her like a red color before we move on, because I always think that looks a little strange. Did I pick the wrong one? Maybe I'd like to do this pink, actually. Pinkish red. Get her lips drawn in. She looks a little funny without any lips. I'll go in and give these a little basic detail, but first I want to give her a little bit more whites, not too much. So if you pick this color up, you can see it's not actually that white. It's not the whitest white. I don't want that. And then we'll give her, I guess, green eyes. For some reason, I always think of people with redder hair. Green eyes. I don't know why. Let's see, for the eye color, maybe something over on this section. Just color this in. Alright, she's looking a little bit like a ghost woman right now. I think this eye, when I drew it, I'm gonna push it a little further over here. So I don't think it goes over far enough. Alright, she's taken shape. I'm gonna go in and add detail on her features in a sec. But first, let's get some more darker shading going. Green eyes. Do you have green eyes? Panda Princess of Love? Or do you just like them? I like all eye colors. I just have boring brown ones though. Yeah, okay, so I want to get these shadow shapes, so she'll have this here and I'll go down here. And then I can bring this up a little bit. I think my brush might be a little too high on opacity. It's making it hard for me to do those finer blendings. I'll just tweak that a bit there. Okay, so she'll have some shading here, a little bit across. Probably not quite that dark. Let's pick a nice warmer orange. By warmer, I mean I guess more saturated. Yeah, we'll put that there. Put some all across her forehead here. And some over here. And maybe a little touch. Let me mark that. Take it and then mark it here. A little touch of shading around her apple of her cheek. So you can always tell when people Photoshop when they lose that shading here and here. Oh, you have brown, you wish. Or violet ones. But the thing with my eyes is one is darker brown and one is light. Well, that's kind of cool. Is that like, I can't think of the name. I think it starts with an H. We have two different eye colors. Even though they're not, I'm going to draw some eyebrows on her. Let's make a new layer though. We'll call this new layer hair and I will draw her eyebrows on it. She looks a little bit more normal. Let's get this color. I'm actually going to pick this brush to do it. So I like this brush for eyebrows. Yeah. And there. We can have the Brown Eye Club. There's a song called Brown Eyed Girl. I cannot think of who sings it. I can't sing it. So I'll get claimed. But it's, you know, we got some Brown Eyed Girl songs out there for us. Alright, I got that done. Now let's go back in. Just keep working on this face. It's gonna look pretty funny until I get these details in. A little bit worried about her nose shape. If I'd cut it right. But yeah, there'll be some shading over here, down here. Just gonna build that up. A little shading under here. Her lips might also be a little bit big. I might have to reshape those. I'm gonna get rid of the sketch in a bit. It's almost there. I need to detail in a few little things first. I'm thinking of heterochromia. Yeah, that's right. And everyone knows it. Heterochromia. I learned that from X-Men First Class. You know, there's the scene where Charles Xavier's. Hold on, I gotta move away from my mic just for a sec. I have my coat on my lap. I just wanted to chuck it on my bed. Yeah, there's a X-Men First Class movie, and Charles Xavier's like trying to pick up someone at the bar with the line. Yeah, that's how I learned about it. Anyways, let's get this darker part here. Get that in. I'm gonna zoom in even more. Define her eyes a bit here. Get those shapes in. Then I'm gonna get rid of the sketch and start working on detailing her features so she doesn't look so strange. Yeah, so if I can just define the shapes. Yeah. Get that shape in. Everything else look good? Yep, it's a blurry mess. So let me... I have my hardness pretty good. I'll just keep working on it. I can come in and let's pick a darker color here. Work this and then counter work it like this. And then eventually come in with a lighter color to give it a nice sharper edge. I could make her have heterochromia. I could give her a blue eye and a green eye. Why not? Have a little bit of fun. So I'll change this eye to blue. And have this eye still be green. I'll make it a little darker so it matches. Let's see. I think this will be a good green. Yeah, there we go. And then eventually we'll come in with the shading. I could do it a little bit now. I'll just start building it. Whoops, I didn't mean to knock you down. I meant to knock you down. Start getting a little bit of shading in under the eye. Here and here. There we go. We'll blend that in as it goes. I heard someone just start the washer. I mean the clothes dryer. So if there's a little bit of static on my mic, I'm sorry. Hopefully not. I have like a closed system. I've probably said this like 6 or 7 times. But because of that, when people do like the heavy machines, sometimes it gets picked up on my mic. I don't understand the science behind it other than, I don't know. Something's happening there. Okay, let's work on these details of these cheeks. Gotta keep detailing it. It looks a little funny right now. If I can get these shading in, I think it'll come up. So there's gonna be a little bit of shading up to the lip here, and then down, and then over here. So let's just define that. A little tiny bit of highlight right under her cheekbone. And I'll work that in. Yeah. Reminds me of one of your friend's D&D characters. Is that, is she like a, I'm trying to think of like a word, like a magical person? Yeah, okay, let's get some darker shading in to her nose. Where's my sketch for real quick? Yeah, I've lost the nostril area, so I'm gonna mark that there, mark it there. Also, I missed where the hand is labeled, so I'm gonna mark it there. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna create a new clipping mask. And just keep working on this nose. It's a little wide. I might have to move that in with the liquify tool. Let's see if I can get it a little more shaped up first, and then I'll tweak it with that. So I have the darker area here, and we'll have some shading. Goes down around her nostril here and underneath, like that. I don't know what, I'm just talking it through. Hopefully that doesn't get annoying. Yeah, so that's kind of that shape, and then this nose, go down here like this, come up, and there'll be a little bit of a highlight here on this nostril. And then this definitely needs to come in. So I'll go into Liquify real quick and just give it a little push over. Oh yes, Bard. Magic from music, basically. Yeah, that's cool. Goes around and sings a bunch of spells. I've never actually played Dungeons and Dragons. I've seen it on Stranger Things. I don't think I ever knew anyone who played it. Yeah, I might have played it if I've been invited or something. I didn't ever know anyone who played it. Let's work on her lips too while we're here. Um, get them a little more properly shaped up. What is Bard? If I'm not mistaken, it's like, do you know what a minstrel is? Someone who goes around with, I guess, like some kind of string instrument or maybe like a flute or something. And they play songs. I think originally they might have like gone around to like royal people and played, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so I could be wrong. But like a music performer, like sort of like a street performer or a busker, whatever they're called. I learned that word from Tones and I, so I've been really into her latest song, Dance Monkey. It's a cool song. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm like, nothing's showing up. I got it. I got it figured out. Okay. Maybe that's a little too pointy there. Alright. Let's get... I think her mouth is really throwing me off. So that's what I'm going to work on. I keep saying I'm going to work on all these things and then I don't work on any of them. And actually I'm going to go in with the overlay before I do that to get this established. While I'm thinking about it, I just want that rosy color kind of pre-put in there. Okay, back to normal. And we're gonna work on shading your mouth. So, starting with this. You play clarinet? They're basically traveling musicians, yeah. I played trumpet when I was in school. We could have shared music. For people who don't know, trumpet and clarinet's basically on the same, I guess, key or whatever. Key range? Octave range? My friend played the clarinet, and we could switch music. It'd be about the same. Okay, let's give her a seam of the lips. This might add some definition. Let's pick a darker color. Actually, let's get this here. A little bit up and down, and a little bit over. And then I'm gonna define a little bit of an open mouth, I think. That might help. That'll go up a bit, and then this part might come down like that. That's making sense to me. She'd probably have a little bit of highlight over here. Yeah. Okay, well that's something. This whole mouth might need to be twisted in a bit. I'll leave it for a second. Percussion, mainly piano for me. The trumps usually play the same notes we do, yeah. That's really cool, Broken Legend. I love piano. I wanted to learn. I took lessons for 3 weeks. And then I can't play piano in a band, in the school band, so I ended up picking the trumpet because my grandpa had played it. And I guess I kind of felt like not pressured, but like, you know, my mom would have made her happy. Back then I probably didn't recognize that, but that's why I picked it in hindsight. Yeah, I would love to be able to play like those really nice classical music. Something like Debussy? That kind of stuff on piano. His one starts with an A. I'm so bad at thinking up like names. But yeah. And also Franz Liszt has a song. It's like a German name or Dutch name or something. That would be a cool one to play. That's noise. Okay, let's see. I gotta stop saying what I'm gonna work on, because then I just immediately move on from it without working on it. I don't know why I do that. I do that when I'm recording videos too. And then I go to edit them and I'm like, what was I talking about? I didn't do any of this. It's like ADD or something. Undiagnosed. Okay. Gotta keep adding some shadows. I'll get there eventually. Her face is looking a little funny to me. I'll just keep detailing it in. One day it'll look right. Am I still at 0? Yeah, that's why I'm having some problems. I figured it out. Yeah. You, do I know how to play the piano? No. I have a keyboard, but it's in like a closet. I don't know if I could get it to work. I'd like to know. You started when you were young. I chose it over guitar and started with classical music. I used to play the keyboard at my house. Oh, that's cool. Broken Legend. Are you the one that, I think I'm remembering now, that James was talking about making like a score for the game? Were you there for that, or was that someone else? I'm like worried I have the wrong person. But you can just be like, what are you talking about, crazy lady? Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. Just gonna keep, I'm gonna keep going though. Oh, I have a keyboard too. We should all get our keyboards out and, I mean, I don't know if Broken Legend has one. But yeah, we should all get our keyboards out and learn some fantastic song. Post ourselves playing it. I have a guitar, acoustic guitar, but I wouldn't trust the strings on it. I tried to play, I got that for like a gift. I was like so excited for it. And then I tried to play it, and you need to like callus your fingers. I didn't really know that back in the day. So I was like, it hurts too much. I was a wimp. I bet my fingers are probably a lot more naturally callous now. From my art skills and stuff. I have no clue what you're referring to. Okay. I think that was someone else. I thought your icon looked similar to them, but then I was like, I don't think that was the same name. But yeah, Dawn of the Barking Dead from, what's it, Bopo Neon. Yeah, I watched that. It's fun. Huh. Let's go in and work on her eyes. I feel like I need one defined feature before she starts looking so creepy. So I'm gonna work on her eyes for a bit, and I'm not actually gonna just walk away from them after 3 seconds of not having the attention. Yeah. So we'll get them shaped in with some darker colors. And add some definition to the irises and such. Oh yeah, you play Tammy. I see. I'll have to note it next time, and then I'll make sure to write in the comments, man, Tammy was the best one. You're a talented voice actor. Let's Yeah, I'm just gonna sketch in some highlights here. It's always good to get the highlights in the eyes. I think this needs to come in. That might have been what I was thinking. Her nose looks so weird because I didn't give it proper room here. Gotta always leave room for like a little tiny touch of a highlight, I think. And then the shading would be here. Yeah, I'll get that blended in. And then we'll have highlight continue onto her cheek. Let's get a little bit more of a brighter color in. And mark that into her cheek there. That's kind of a yellow. I want it a little bit brighter than that. There we go. Something like that. What's Tammy? There's like characters in like the comic, and right now they're like dogs. And Tammy's one of the characters. Isn't that Ron Swanson's ex-wife, Tammy? I think that was played by his actual real wife too. The girl that played Tammy. That's funny, to me at least. Okay, let's get a little tiny highlight in here. And there's a lot of people home today, so my kitchen is a lot of noise coming from it. Hopefully that's not bugging anyone. Nothing I can do about it. Noisy people I live with. I'm sure it's being overridden by my birds, who are crazily chirping. Don't you have exams room, Butani? Are those still going on? I can't remember when you said they ended. Alright, I get that little bit of highlight marked in here. This one is crooked. Let's see if I can clean it up a bit. Alright, that's a little better. Pick a darker color for the blue. Should actually be more blue like that. And we'll outline that iris. Yeah, I always try to go in after like on a live stream if people show up that I'm not subscribed to. I try to go back and resubscribe to everyone. Usually I go in and I subscribe and then I watch one of their videos and say, hey, remember me? Thanks for stopping by or something. But I've just been like, I've been putting videos on people that I want to support and letting them like run while I'm doing other stuff because I've been a little bit busy lately. So sometimes I don't leave comments, but I do try to always support people who come on and are nice and supportive to me. Let's move that eye up a little bit. I don't want it quite touching the lid. Okay, and then we'll gonna actually zoom out. Oh hey, Video James NZ, we were just talking about you. Your ears must be burning. You're studying now, your live stream is an incentive to wake up and relax. Let me flip this and see how this is looking. Aha. She's got a wonky eye. I can fix it. Let's go to that liquify. I moved it in because I thought it wasn't out far enough, but now it's looking very wonky. Let's fix it a bit here with that old magic liquify tool. And then reshape it here. Okay, and then we'll move this one over a bit too. Does it look better? One of them looks bigger than the other, but I can fix that with this. The magics of of editing on the computer. Still looks a little bit like that one. This one is bigger than this one. Keep tweaking it. Whoopsies. Didn't mean to move it that far. I'm gonna move it up. Okay, let's see. So that was before, that's after. I like this one before I changed it. I'm gonna go back and redo this one from start. Your starts Monday, ends 13th of December. Oh, thank you, James and Z. I know it's kind of, let me zoom in here. I was talking earlier about how I've been working on projects. I was including my project with you. I've made some progress, but I don't have anything to like send yet. So I don't think I haven't worked on it. Just need to, I need to have like, this is my day off, if you can call it that. So I thought I'd do my live stream and then probably afterwards I'll have a big meal. I've been eating like rabbit food all week, and then I'll get to work on stuff. That's my plan. Why is your eye so derpy, lady? I gotta get this moved over, I think. That was my neck cracking. That's probably not good. Do you guys have poppy necks or backs or anything? Sometimes I pop my knuckles, even though I know that's really bad. Or crack my knuckles, whatever the saying is. Look at this eye. You are a troublemaker eye. Alright, I'll come back to it. I don't think I can quite get it. It's better than it was, though. What did I have in the sketch? Yeah, I did have it a little further over. Yeah, just tweak it for a bit while I'm working. Taking a quick drink break, sorry. It's weird not having like a camera, because then you can't kind of have to narrate everything you do, because people are probably like, did she die? No, I'm still here. If I start snoring, you'll know I fell asleep. People, my sister claims I snore. I don't think I snore though. I think she makes it up. I've never had anyone say I snore other than my sister. Hard to say. Actually, that's not true. I did have one other person claim I was starting to snore once, and then I stopped. I don't know what that meant. But I went to several slumber parties, and I've shared a bed with some people, and pretty much just my sister holding out that says I snore. Okay. I think that's better eye. Hi, Ingolf, how are you? You can pop every bone in your body. It freaks people out, especially when I pop my neck and pretend to die. Oh no. You're a little prankster. You should have a pranking video. I think the time for those has kind of gone out. YouTube doesn't like them anymore. They were popular back in the day. Get some shadows in here like this. I think this whole hand should be a wee bit darker. Let's get multiply in the mix so I don't have to worry about it being too unsaturated. And I'll zoom down. Get this whole hand a little marked. This area here will be a little bit darker too. Yeah. Whoops, I didn't mean to add that little tiny dot. Let's get that. And there. Taking another drink. Yeah, okay. Just gonna go back in. I see all these little cracks. I didn't do a very good job. putting the base colors in. Have to go in and fix them. But while I have multiply, I might as well use it. Multiply is great because you can overlay things without it destroying them. Like if you overlay on a normal painting, it like paints over them, but if you have the multiply on, it doesn't do that. So let's get some darker areas here and a little bit darker areas in here. Just kind of keep building these darker areas up. I'm not doing a great job today. I don't know. I'm getting it. We're getting there. I'm gonna take a little bit more of a desaturated color here for this eye. A little bit more for this eye. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go in and fix all these little spots that are driving me nuts though. A little crack there, a big crack here. I thought there was another one, but I don't see it. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, hi, Drawing My Way. How are you? Broken Legend, your voice is dead. Just drink some tea. That's what always works for me. I had a hoarse voice the other day. I just drank a bunch of tea. The worst part is that like it's painful, but not like really painful, so you keep like swallowing. That's how it is for me. If you prank someone in Archual, I'll either get beaten up an inch of my life or oh my goodness, I hope not. You used to pop your hip, it hurt. Ouch. Hopefully it doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah, I think the most rebellious thing I did was pop my knuckles, so you guys have me beat. Alright, let's keep working on these eyes and just keep detailing. Give her a little bit darker eyelash, eyes. I'll give her some makeup eventually. And go in and give her proper eyelashes and stuff. Yeah, let's work that in like that. Give her a little shine here. Up here, we'll give her a shine over here. She'll need some darker eyelashes over here too. I like it on a triangular shape, I think. This should probably come out a little bit. Sorry. You're doing good Drawing My Way? That's good to hear. Sorry if there's a bunch of Roblox stuff I haven't posted in a century. Are you gonna post over break? Are you gonna make some fun videos? Let's see if that's a better shape. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's put in some pupils. Some people always look kind of soulless until you do that. Mark in these. Let's go to overlay. Get some, yeah, the shadowed area here. Actually, I think it'd go up and over like this. Let's go to normal multiply. Really bring in some shadows. I think the shadowy part of her eye will be in the corner there. Because I'm going to have the light catching in these corners here. We'll do the same over here. Give her a nice little shadowy area. Everyone always looks better once you put shadows in their eyes. Up to that point, everyone looks kind of creepy. I think so, at least. Can we get some shadows here. While I'm here, why not? I go kind of over here. I'm gonna probably bring our hair down further there, so I'll leave that for now. And go back to normal. Keep patching this eye up. That looks better. Thanks video, James Inzy. I'm just gonna call you James if that's okay. If you have a protest to that, let me know. Perhaps on my other account I'm planning on making a lot of videos. I really need to stay focused when making them. Trying to post some gaming stuff. The painting looks good now, thank you. What kind of games do you like to play besides Roblox? Let's make a little bit of a light section down here in the blue and a light section down here in the green, since we got those separate eye colors. And I'm just gonna keep working on getting these sort of detailed out. I'm gonna add some like liney things here. You know how you have kind of like weird there's probably a term for them. Those like, have you ever looked at a pupil up close? It looks really creepy, or maybe it's the iris that looks really creepy. That's why I think, at least. Yeah, just kind of do something. You do animations. I'm thinking of starting as well. Yeah, I'd like to see animations from you, Ruby Tiny. That'd be fun. I think you're a really talented artist. You should post more art too. I really like the Naruto Halloween one you did. That was fun. I know I'm not saying it looked like an exact replica of Medusa before. Splatoon 2? Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn this down. I guess I'll go back to overlay. I feel safer not messing up my pupil shapes with it. So I'll get this kind of worked in here. Oops, a little too far over. I think it looks good with like a little shadowy area around the pupil. My pupils are already messed up. And then like a little bit of light area here. I'm gonna put some more, I think, dark over here, even though that's where the highlight is gonna go. I just add a nice little base for it. And then we'll go back in with that lighter blue. Add a few like little spots of it, I guess. And we'll do the same with this green. A few little spots of it. Then let's go to color dodge. Let's get that blue back again. Keep losing it. And add a few little spots here. I don't know how great this is gonna look when it's zoomed in. Okay, and then we'll go to normal. Turn our opacity way up. And add some highlight looks. So the highlights have to kind of match, have to look identical, because your eyes are essentially two mirrors of whatever it's capturing. So I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I think it's good. Let's get some really light colors here, like it's reflecting some kind of, you know, shiny thing. And then I'll put one down here as well. Down here. And I'll go to overlay with the white. And drag it. Oh, that's way too high. I gotta turn my opacity back down. Drag it over and get the ball, like the highlighted ball look there. Drag it over and give a highlighted ball look there. Alright, not my best eyes, but at least they have a little bit of life in them. Rubutani, you saying if you get famous, it'll be because of me. No, it'll be because of you and your hard work. If you get famous, then don't forget about me. um, you just need Nintendo to stop being a phony and saying I don't have a membership. Huh, that's weird. Everyone likes the eyes now. Yeah, she's got some soul to her eyes. Let's work on her nose next, I think. Get these little details in. And I think I'm gonna go for, am I still under, let's see, what am I under? Overlay? Yeah, I could trick the system a bit. Give it a little highlight under underlays. Underlay will do it for me. A little highlight here. I want a little highlight over the cheek area. Kind of looks like her face is glowing a little better. Yeah. Okay, so let's do her nose, and then I gotta work on her mouth. Looks a little strange. It's not accepting the type of pay. Huh, that's weird. I don't actually have a Nintendo membership. So I can't give you any tips, but I hope those jerks don't keep messing you up. You struggle to draw and color eyes? Yeah, their eyes are difficult. I think the thing that you can mess up eyes a lot, but I think the thing that always saves them is getting those highlights right. Put them over the pupil. That's my say for making them look more lifelike. You can see mine zoomed in or a little bit, I don't know what you call it, but not perfect. But if you get those highlights, I think it works. And then add a little shadow around the areas here, you know, so that this is the brightest part. I mean, yeah. I don't know if I'm verbalizing anything very well, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. I'll have to go in a little bit of red in the corner. I'll just do it now. I think what also helps is if you add this. Am I on normal? Yeah. But I'm not very high up. Let's turn my hardness back up too. So add a little red here, a little red down here. There's a bit of like a obvious shadow in this area that you can see with the eye, and then just like a little tiny bit of highlight where it's catching in the corner of the eye here. So that'll help give your eye like a more rounded look. And then let me fix this a bit. Also, another tip is to add like a little highlight. I started to kind of add one here. Add a little highlight at the very corners. I don't know why. Everyone has a very strong highlight at those corners. It just looks nice. Okay. Oh, you're gonna head out, Broken Legend? Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good day or night or whatever time it is for you. I've missed some chats coming into like teaching mode. Hope you rest your voice. Yep, I hope so too. Your art is amazing. Your eyes are the best. You don't forget your friends or inspirations, just their birthdays. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. It looks good zoomed in or out. That takes some serious skill. I totally looks like yeah, things always look better when they're zoomed out though. I gotta keep working on some details. Yeah, I definitely think that digital art is one of those arts that looks the best. Like if you go to see like real life paintings, people go in and they're really meticulous about it. With digital art, you just kind of like put it in, fix it up later. Okay, so for her nose, I'm gonna give her a nice shape here. Re-enter or whatever the word is. I'm so bad with wording. Work on the shadows. Okay, I want a little bit coming up here to find this nostril. I started to kind of define it here. So it'll come in, and then there'll be some shading down here. Actually, I think it'll go like this, so you can see the nostril. I'm going to kind of block it in real strong and then blend it out, hopefully. It's my plan, at least. You see my new video on you? Did you post a new video? I'm so behind with catching up. I've had a crazy week, but if I haven't caught it yet, I will definitely catch it. I'll make a note to look at it. I'm gonna write your name down so I don't forget. My way, okay. If you have a video of me, sorry, brain's just spinning there. Do I do traditional art? Yeah, I'll make sure to check it out. Drawing My Way. I'll make sure to check it out. I'm sorry I haven't seen it yet. I'm really, really behind on videos. I was trying to catch up last night, and it's like I was like watching them and falling asleep a bit. And then my dog came in, and he makes me really sleepy. So I did not. And then this morning I was out all day until I got back, and then I was like, gotta get ready for my thing. But excuses. I'll get to it. Don't worry. And for traditional art, I don't usually do a lot of traditional art. I'm like, for one, it's like a cost. You know, it takes money and it takes space and stuff, and I live in a very small space and I have no money. But I am capable of doing traditional art if I had some. Maybe I should just get some sketchbooks and colored pencils and start working on them. I'm just not as good as with digital art as traditional art. For one, I use a lot of like transform tools, like block things in and then use transform tools, and it'll help me out there, which you don't have with traditional art. What I used to really like was watercolor, though. I think if I could set up to do watercolor again, or any kind of traditional art again, I would do it. Although if money wasn't an issue, I'd also like oil painting. But oil painting is yikes on the wallet. That's like $200 for a little tiny tub of paint. It's a lot of money for me. By the way, my grandma was a redhead with gray eyes. Stuff differs in my family. That's cool. I had red hair when I was a kid, but I don't know what was up with that. I think it was just because, you know, kids have lighter hair. I don't know what color my hair is now. It's not really dark, but it's not red. It's brown. If I'm out in the sun for a long time, like I spend a whole summer in it, my hair will have like a copper highlight tone to it, I guess. But I have never been full-on redhead. Just a brown, boring brown color. Let's see. I'm trying to make her. It's hard to like give people details under the eyes without giving them like an old look. Because usually, you know, if you went hyper realistic, which I'm not very good at, you'd have like the shadow lines under here. I'm kind of in the middle somewhat, because I never spend like a ton of time on my stuff, and somewhat because I don't know, I'm just not very good at hyperrealism. I tried to watch a class once on YouTube about it, and it's just it's what I know. You have to just basically practice a ton, and until you get it. You have to redo the same painting several times to try to learn what you do wrong each time. And it's like, you know, good things, but I don't always have time for that. I feel like I complain a lot during these. Would love to see you do just a casual sketch or watercolor. I don't have a way to record on, that's the problem. I don't really have a camera. I have a super old iPad that I guess I could try to use sometime, but I don't have any memory on it for recording. One of these days, maybe. The Asians are stuck with black hair. There's probably some variations in the black color though, right? What's traditional art? Well, hold on, I was all layered up. I'm now taking off my turtleneck because I'm getting hot. Okay, okay, traditional art is like doing stuff with traditional media, like if you don't, basically anything outside of the computer. If you draw with colored pencils or markers or something, that's traditional media, traditional art. Okay. I'm just thinking. Well, her nose is a little better. I can keep working on that, I guess. I think this should have some kind of nostril sign. I'm gonna work it in here. Maybe this will go down a little bit more. Her nose might actually be going out a little too far. So let's work it in a bit. Little tiny adjustment things until I get it right. Get it the way I want it. I'll do all these micro adjustments and people will be like, you haven't done anything in 10 minutes. Okay, and then we'll just add that shadow. Bring that out. Now, lost some of this red. I'll work that back in. Yeah, just trying to kind of shape that nostril till it looks right. It's a little better. I think I might, I can just do it here. I'm gonna go into the liquify tool. I probably go in the liquify tool a little bit more often when I'm drawing on my own, but like on streams, it can like cause a buffer issue. So here's a fun trick. I always work on a clipping mask if you guys have Photoshop. I select it, feather it maybe like 15. I work big, so you might have to feather it a little less than that. And then you can work things like this without seeing the hard edges. That's my tip of the day. I've shared that a lot though. Okay, that's a little bit more. I don't know why her nose is a little bit strange. If I commit to maybe having a little bit more of a shadow here, even if it's subtle, that might help a bit, and then work on that highlight over here. And then maybe even mark it in a bit so she has a little more of like a bulbous shape. Alright, I'll just leave that. This is kind of disappearing into the void. I'll come back to it. I like to come back to things when I start thinking like, what should I do? I don't know. I think sometimes you go and you work on it and you get a little bit more messed up. As I continue to work on it, I'm a liar. I'm a big liar. Miss Rand Garden. I do that sometimes with some, but also digital art. I can't tell the difference between dark black or light black. Or natural shine. Mine is always shiny. Oh, that's good. It's better your hair is shiny than like not, you know? I think so. My hair is frizzy. That's my problem. It's not like that bad. I just live in a very dry climate. So sometimes I'll like take off my jacket or my sweater or something and it'll go straight up in the air. All frizzy. Okay, let's work on her lips. And then I'll zoom out eventually. I know I've been zoomed in for a while. And then I want to go in eventually and get her hair going a little bit better. So right now I think it's pretty flat. So her lips, I don't know if we'll be able to see a little bit of her teeth. I'll mark them in now just in case we can later. Some white rabbit looking teeth. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe a little bit one over here even. I might delete those, but I'm gonna put them in for now. Alright, let's pick a shade for her lips. Let's try this one out. I want it to be down here. What time is it where everyone lives? I'm always curious to know. It's 12:30 where I live. Alright, this lip shape needs to be fixed. The lips always, I think always, you know, unless you have like a lot of lip fillers, your lips really dart in at the corner there. So I always try to think of that, about that when I'm working them in. So this side will be shaded because I have the light coming from the other side. And then there'll be some shade will come over here and bring this in and up this angle, I think. Yeah. Let's work that down, and then we'll start to work on the subtle shading things, like a little bit in there. I'm not like a big one on drawing in all the wrinkles. I'm just not, I don't know. I always think it works. I'm just kind of a fuzzy painter, if that makes sense. I leave my drawings a little fuzzy. Maybe someday I'll barge into the super hyper realism and I'll go in one day and spend 50 hours painting. Not right now. Not today. We'll just keep keeping it casual. Let's get this lip shape matching. It's a little too pointed. I'm worried her lips might be a little small too, proportionally. Before I continue, I'll fix them. Oh, I've got something. Hold on, let me... It's 1:08 a.m. Wow, that's late. 12:37 here. 20:38 in Germany. Hi, Modeling Fun Life. Did I miss your talk earlier? 8:30 a.m. 2:30 p.m. It's Sunday already. Yeah, I guess it would be in Rubutani's time. So 20:38, it would be midnight, or it would be 2400. I never go by military time, so it's like 8 p.m. I think your time. That's interesting. Okay, let's add a little bit of highlights now. Highlights make lips look all nice. I'm all about the lip gloss even in real life, not actual lip gloss, but I make my own like beeswax lip balm that gives it a shine. I'm into that. Yeah, so I'll add a few little highlighty patches. I think maybe a little more. Yeah, get these in. Give her a nice shine on her lips. A little bit under here. And maybe some over here. I don't know if Leonata is watching, but she's from France, I think. So I'm always trying to think when I'm talking to her, I wonder what time it is there. Everyone's from a different time zone, yep. It's the fun power of the internet. It brings everyone together. It's crazy to think about, like, just 100 years ago, how no one could, like, talk live with people right across the the planet so easily. I guess we had cell phones, but I wonder when international calls became a thing. I don't think it was so easy back in the day. Let's give her a tiny bit of like grooves in the lips here. And then I'm gonna blend these in a bit. I always think the darkest part is right under the nose. And I'm gonna work that up. So we'll get that going. Give a little bit of shadow around here. Because she's a normal girl, she's got some shading there. Hasn't been airbrushed out. Everyone is from a different time zone. Oh yeah. You're from the future. Yeah, video James and Z. When the world ends, you have to let us all in the past know. Because you're in the future, you'll know first. I can tell everyone their future right now. Yeah, see? I got there. We will all go to the bathroom at least once tomorrow. You more than likely eat something yummy. You have an exam? Yeah, yeah. It's exam times. It's that time of year. Finals and exams. No fun. Okay, what was I working on? I think just general stuff. Let's give her a little bit more shading down around here too. It's gonna look a little weird until I get that blended in. I think she would have a little bit around there. I think her lips are too small though, so I'm gonna go in and work on that. Let me catch that up there. Yeah, I don't know, something's off about her mouth. Her lips might be a little small. Okay, so I'm gonna create a clipping mask. Actually, I'm gonna create a fresh clipping mask. And I'm going to make her lips go out just a little bit. So feather them. So I got that 15. And they might look a little bit better. I don't know. Little tweaks like this. Let's see if it pays off. So that's before and after. I think it goes too far after. Let's try one more time. This time I'm just going to warp it a little bit. I think also what might be messing me up is the side of her chin. Possibly. So like her chin might go in just a touch more here. Here, and then I'll bring this even in a little bit here. I don't know. I don't know why her mouth looks so small. I think it is still too small. I'll keep tweaking it. Why not? Let's try the liquefy option. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. So are you, do you have like a cold Princess Panda? Did you catch it from one of your friends? I'd always get mad at them. I'd be like, how dare you? How could you do this to me? Alright. I'm just gonna leave the lips for a bit. I don't know what it is. They look a little off. Okay, the hair. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna work on this new layer and just paint over it. So we're gonna get some hair going here. It's gonna have some that comes down over the face and stuff. And then back here. Just so we can have some interesting things. We can even have like a little bit come over and rest on her cheek. Why not? Why not? We'll just go free with the hair. We'll have it all come around. And yeah, just gonna start drawing in strands Going crazy. You think it's something you ate? Oh. Tummy Tums. No fun. I once got food poisoning on a vacation and I was like, why is this happening to me? I just want to be home in my own bed. Alright. Let's give her some lighter, blonder strands mixed in. But it does get me mad when someone is sick and just stays by me the whole day. Besides this, do you draw on paper or sketch? I'm not sure if you said. Your daughter won't let you watch the stream. You'll have to go. Well, have a good night. Model fun for life. I hope you and your daughters enjoy your sleep. And thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And drawing my way. I don't usually do traditional stuff. I keep thinking I should get like a sketchbook and start doing stuff there. Traditional art I always feel is like I have to set up for it and stuff, and there's like a block there. I'm like, I don't really want to. So maybe it's like a lazy thing. So overall, my art is pretty much digital art. Yeah, I do. It's not the same, but I do crafty things though. Like I do a lot of crochet when I have time. Stuff like that. Not quite the same, but you know, that's about the only traditional art you could say I do, or traditional craft or whatever. I'm not like artistic about it. I just make hats. Make hats and blankets. I tried to make a sweater once. I couldn't get the fit right, so I never do that again. I found some yarn at the dollar store the other day and I was super excited because yarn's kind of hard to find locally, and at the dollar store I was like, so cheap, must have it all. I only bought 2 though. I didn't want to take it away from other people who wanted it. Hold on a sec. Okay, Panda, we'll wait for you. Oh, thank you. Trying to get this all refined. She needs a little touch-up work, and then I think she'll be... Oops, I meant to get this color. I think she'll be good. I'm just gonna add a little texture in her hair. Slowly but surely get something in. I think I'm gonna have some hair come down and back like this. That might be kind of nice. That's the dark and the shade. This is like when you sketch in hair, you kind of pick a dark and a light. That's what I do, and try to work out some shapes. You can always trace over it later. And then we'll have this hair go out like this. Make them for a video. I don't have a way of recording them. I keep thinking I should just do like take a picture every 5 stitches or something, maybe. Maybe I can ask my dad to borrow one of his cameras. He's got like nice cameras. He was a photographer for many, many years. I don't know how much video you can record on them. Let's make this all the way light. Alright, let's add a few highlighty things here we'll work in. And then I'm going to go in with red. She'll have a very multi-toned hair, why not? So now I'm going to bump you down to the red. Like this. And we're going to add these in. Oh, that's way too red. Wait. I can find the balance. A little less red, a little darker. Yeah, there we go. Put these reds in there. It's kind of hard learning to pick colors. I think this could actually be a little more red. Go a little more red with it. Let's go all the way red. We'll be bold. She'll have these really red marks in her hair. You're back. You hate sitting in the doctor's waiting room. If you're not sick when you arrive there, you sure are by the time a doctor gets around to seeing you. Oh, yeah. Especially general practitioners. You have to wait there for, like, really cramped into people. I guess, I don't know. I haven't been to an ER a lot, so you probably have to at the ER, too. I'd suspect general practitioners, people go more when they have, like, colds and they want antibiotics, though. Whereas if you're going to the ER, you might have something more severe that's not quite as contagious, like an injury. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I try to avoid going to the hospital if all possible. So far, I've been pretty lucky. Not needed to go. I spent a long time in the hospital when my mom had her surgery, but that was like, it wasn't, they try to keep sick people away on that ward because obviously people's immune systems are weak after their surgery, so I don't think it counted. She actually had 2 surgeries, so I guess if you divide the time, it wasn't too long in one stretch. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so bad, so bad at recalling stuff. Do a corset. I don't think I've ever made a corset. I don't think knitted corsets would work very well. Knit gets real stretchy. There was a girl I watch called Deathlake, and she makes a lot of corsets and does corset videos every once in a while. She's got kind of that, I don't know what you call it, style. I don't think I would, I don't know how good I'd look in a corset, and I don't know how much patience I'd be like, I want to braid. Yeah, sometimes people that get there after us get called in. Yeah, I think when they think you're about to die, they're like, I guess we'll call again. Okay, let's go to overlay and get some highlights in a little bit here and here. Kind of start marking those in to give her shiny hair. Man, her nose and mouth are still bothering me a lot. She's got, let's work on it the other way for a while. Alright, I think I can see what I can do. Let's go to liquify. And, oops, that's the wrong thing. Although I do want to make her nose a little bigger, because I think what's happened is I kept edging away and it got too small. And I want to stretch it over here just a bit. And I'm going to go in and erase. Right now it's got those harsh lines that I don't think is doing it any favors. So let's get you in there. And your mouth. This bottom lip looks like it's coming out too far. You guys think? So I'm going to bring it in. Alright, does that look better? Let's see, that's before and that's after. I'm gonna say yes, it looks better. I gotta get this. There's something really weird about her face. I've messed it up. I think her nose is just a little small. Keep tweaking it. I'll get it. Like insert confused Nick Young meme. Yeah. Alright, let's feather this. And what if I do this? Her face just looks so funny. I can't figure it out. This is the twist it here. I think, okay, I can see it much better at this angle. It looks like it's all over here way too much. We can fix this much easier now. Here we go. Feather. this way, and then I'm gonna bring you over and down. And you still have like way too big of a face over here compared to the rest of it. Let's warp you even. I'll move you in a bit. I don't know. I gotta get this fixed. I'm gonna do it. That looks better, but not in the preview. This takes some thought. Have you guys ever had to go to the ER with your friends? So this. I had to take a friend to an ER once and it was really awkward because they gave me like the paperwork and I was like, I don't know anything about my friend. They had like a seizure condition. So I just kept calling their mom desperately like, yo. And the mom shows up like it's no big deal. And I was like, I guess I overreacted. That was a interesting time. I don't know what's wrong with your face, lady. Alright, let's reset this. And just keep working. I'm going to take this away because that's a little harsh. And I'm going to probably move this area in. You can see where I've made my adjustments there. And move this up and over like this. Yes, one more thing I'm gonna do. Sorry, I know everyone's like, move on to doing some more work. I'm just trying to fix up her face a little bit here. Make it look a little bit, I don't know, more correct in my eyes before I continue. Okay, and then she has a really thick neck. So one more correction on the neck, and then I'll move on. It just looks like it needs to come in. Let's make this bigger so I don't see those harsh lines. Come in a little bit like this. Yeah. And then she still has this shoulder. Actually, this would be really, actually over here. This would be darker over here. And this would be lighter because that's where her shoulder is coming in. And I can make a really dark line to designate it. All these little changes, I don't know. You gotta find them. I get all caught up in it. I hope I'm not missing too much in the chat. Constantly, you don't want to know about the things you've seen. Oh no. Thick neck. And all the things you want maybe a little bit thick. Probably not the neck is down. Okay. Let's go back to her hair. I'm going to work on it from this angle for a while so then when I flip it I can get a little more perspective on what might be wrong. I'm going to also bring some hair out, I think, over her arm. I think that'll look good. Have some strands just take over this area here. Am I going too far? Probably. I'm gonna work on it. If I have to, I'll just erase it so it's on another layer. I just want to see what it'll look like if I get some strands here. So what I actually want to do before I do all these little strandy things is get some color shape here like this, and then when she comes out you can see the shape of her hair a little better, and then go in and add the strands. My plan. We'll get it. Pick up a nice little color, establish where I want the most highlight to be. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to put it all the way over her shoulder though. So let's bring this down like this. Mostly because I think her shoulder looks weird. So I'm covering it up with her hair. These are the real artsy choices. Then you go, you know, you get those like reviews in art school, and you're like, oh well, clearly I did this for to show that women have to feel immodest. You have to make something up. Every time my science teacher says thick in class, everybody starts laughing. I always think of the SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob's making the face. There's a lot of memes out there about the thick. Alright, we'll keep that for the hair. It looks so much better now that you can't see the messed up shoulder. So much better. It's okay. I'm a cheater. You can call me a cheater. Alright, let's get some darker in here. And then we'll go in, pick some red, I guess. Yeah. There we go. Alright. What do you guys think? Better with the hair or worse? It's okay, I'm keeping it either way. But you can express that if you hate it. Alright, that's probably about caught up to the rest of the style. Okay, now let's get some more. I want to mark this in. Like this. Actually, I'm going to bring this in too a little bit. Her chin. Her chin is very like round in a weird way. The model picture I've borrowed this from has kind of that chin. I think I just didn't do a very good job of giving it justice. That's okay. She looks like cranky in a weird way too. This over here probably needs to be a little bit more lightened. Yeah. I don't know. Something about her that just looks off. I'll keep just saying it. Every time your science teacher, oh yeah, he's a guy. Biology class must be hilarious. The word thick and meaty. She looks kind of like MJ. MJ, am I channeling you? It's possible. Okay, I think my art's been off a little bit lately. Maybe it's the stress. Maybe I'm just I've always been untalented and I'm blaming it on the stress. It's a possibility. Okay, let's flip it back over. Yeah. Just thinking. Okay, I want this to be brought in a little bit. I'm gonna go up to the hair and let's make it come over here a little bit more. I think I started to do that and didn't really finish. And we'll even have some strands that come over here like this. I think I'm making her look a little bit too big-haired though. It's my worry. It's okay. I think this one's just not going my way. It's okay though. Let's give her some darker eyebrows. It'll help a little bit, I think. I'm just gonna start sketching it in. Then one day I'll go in and refine it, possibly. Still having fun. Even if it doesn't turn out great, it's kind of fun to just go through it. Where's my original sketch? How far off have we gotten? Alright, maybe I moved her mouth in too far. Mary Jane from Spider-Man. Oh. I thought you were talking about Michael Jackson. I'm just gonna redo her lips. I've decided I hate them, and I'm gonna redo them. It's good to do that sometimes, I think. I'm a rebel. I don't mind restarting things if I mess them up and have to. Okay, let's get the shape of her face in a little bit too. Like right now, this should come down. And then the shadow of her will come in like that. And then we'll bring this up just a touch, and let's make this area a bit darker. And we'll have some highlight of the neck. And then this area will come down here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I want this to be a little bit brighter over here on her shoulder. Everybody loves split tea in your school. Alright, let's go back to the sketch where I had her lips originally. I definitely moved her nose in a lot from my sketch too. That's okay. We're gonna fix up your lips. We're gonna give you new lips. I'm gonna fix them so they don't look so odd. Sketch them in since I got rid of all the reference. And I'm not gonna make them quite so... I don't know why I made them so like swollen looking in the sketch. I'm gonna shrink them down just a bit. Alright, let's see. There we go. Except I didn't get the bottom part. I get that. There we go. I was wondering why you felt I roasted her. And then he went up. Alright, I'm gonna fix her lips up. Then I'll hopefully improve on her a little bit more. It's all about just keep trying. I'm gonna, oops, losing my detail on my nose a little bit. I'm gonna fix this, smooth that out first too. And before I detail in the lips, I want to get this sort of shading in. It's always kind of shady down here. And then there's some whiter looking area here. And a little bit over here. Yeah, this looks a little better. Give her that kind of highlighted look. Give her a bit of a smile. I could do that. The smiles always make you have to add more shadows in the cheeks. I can do that. I can give her a little bit more of a smile here. Alright, let's put her color back in her lips. This is one thing I like about digital art. Like with a painting, I think it's hard to just paint over it in like one fell swoop. You gotta watch it disappear as you paint over it. But with digital art, you're like, yeah, you're gone. You're not working for me. You are gone. That's kind of fun. Okay. Let's give her that. We'll shape her lips in a bit here. I think that she'd have a little bit of a highlight over here that I didn't add the first time, which might help a bit here. Let's get that shadow underneath. Then the shadows under the lips are always kind of weird. They look kind of like a vase shape or something. I don't know. I get that in without it looking weird. Okay, darker lips. I gave her really dark lipstick this time around. Would have been gone if you meant actual Michael Jackson. I thought he did. I was like, yeah, I could kind of see that. It's the like too small nose and stuff. Yeah, go back in. She'll have really dark lips now, but that's okay. Get this all fixed up. Let's get some shadow above this lip here. I didn't give her much of a smile, did I? It's okay. Give her that open mouth look. Give it just a hint of teeth in there, though. Anytime you have your mouth open, you have a little hint of teeth. Get those in, and then I'll kind of erase them in the shadows. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. It's looking okay. Maybe Spider-Man is actually dating Michael Jackson. Duck lips. I should have given her duck lips. She got that pouty lips. That's more muscles, though, moving in the face. I don't know if I can handle those muscles. This'll be okay. Whatever it turns out, like, I'll line up her nose to it, and we'll call it good. Okay, go back and give her those highlights. I think I made her lips look a little like burnt, charcoal burnt. I can go in with the overlay tool and lighten them up a bit. Alright, so we'll have that for highlight number 1. Go and give her some even more highlights. There we go. Give her a tiny highlight under the lip. I think that always looks kind of nice. Yeah. And then fix up her top lip, which looks a little strange right now. Let's give her a tiny bit of a darker patch there. Give her more of a Cupid's bow this time. Alright, let's go to overlay, fix this ashy look. So I'm going to take a nice saturated red and just mark it over there. Now it doesn't look so like black and stuff. And we'll give her a nice red over there. She's got super red lips. Whether it matches, I don't really care. I feel kind of loopy sometimes when doing these. I'm sure that's not the first time I've mentioned that. Alright, shadow in the corner, shadow in the corner. Blend it in. And then we'll do a highlight above the lip. And I'm actually going to eat away at this top lip because I think those are a little pointy. Get that shadow in and then mark it down. Alright, she's got some lips now. That top one looks a little flat. It's okay. I'll just add a little tiny bit of shading. I don't know, her lips are giving me trouble today. Let's go in and add some blush. I mean, not some blush, some lashes. She doesn't look like that with the open lips. I better not drop my phone on my face. I should stop commenting. It seems I talk too much. No, I don't think so. I like your comments. They add joy to my life. Okay, so let's give her some lashes. She'll have some over here. Yep, like that. Looks good. And some over here. Yeah, I think that looks good. And I'm going to just sort of hint at them, but not that way. Adding a few sort of darker areas at the bottom of her lash here. And she already has some kind of over here. Yeah, let's do a little more over here. Alright. Okay. Lips are still messed up. I'm kind of like, I don't know, burned out. I'm trying to fix them now. So I'm gonna leave them for now. The top lip, I guess I'll put the forth the effort. Who talks more? You guys should have a talk off competition. Actually, I don't know. How many times can you talk in a minute before the chat logs you out? It might be a certain number. Alright. Let's see, can I bring you up just a tiny bit without it looking weird? Huh. Does that look weird? Probably. It's okay. We'll do one more liquefy to realign her nose since I changed it. So I'm bringing my brush really big and then I'll just move it down a bit like that. I still think her lips look too small. Why do I keep drawing them so small? Here we go. I'm gonna have some bigger lips. Move them out a little bit. And then while I'm here, might as well tweak her face shape a little bit. There we go. Make sure I like that new one. Nope, I don't think I do. I don't think I got her nose. You're studying and commenting frequently. I'm sorry if I'm distracting you. You gotta get back to work. That nose isn't aligned right. Let's get it a little bit more aligned. And then we can work on the mouth a bit more. I still want to move this chin in a little bit here and a little bit here. Alright. Yeah, that looks a little better. Maybe her eyes need to move. Last thing I move. Eyes might need to feather 15 and then move this down. Oops, I'm trying to grab you. There. Okay, now she has really big hair, but I'm not gonna mess with that. Let's go in and do some finishing touches. Because I don't know about this one. Might have not been my best. But I still had fun doing it. So let's pick a brown. Go in and add some darker shading around the under the hair here. Give her, she looks pretty flat right now. So yeah, I want to give her some darker shading in places, like around her eye over here, and a little bit over here even. Under the nose, give a little bit of a shading. And I suppose I don't comment as often, so congratulations. Okay, keep working on this. Make this area really dark under her hair. Alright. Besides the messed up mouth, I think it's looking pretty good. I might come back in sometime and give her mouth a workover. I feel a little bit bad. Whoops, for her that I didn't really do her mouth justice. Her nose is a little funny too. The only thing that worked out was the eyes. I should just crop it at the eyes. Maybe I'm just being too harsh on myself. Possibly. 200-kilometer journey, lost my voice, ate a hot meal, and started again. Okay, let's color dodge this. Get you looking nice and shiny. Wait, that's way too much. Let's turn this down to like 4. Turn my hardness all the way down. I'm gonna give you some shine, lady. No matter what, you'll look shiny. I never worked on her hand, did I? That's okay. Get a nice shiny shoulder. And we'll give her some shiny lips, even though I might go in and redo that mouth again. one of these days. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of shine over the eyes. That looks good. Now we'll go to overlay and add some, you know how you get like reflective colors in from the different lights. So we'll add a little blue, that's fine. Add a little bit of red. Give her a blushing look. Let's turn my opacity up a bit. Let's add a little bit darker of a red. And a little bit over her nose, and a little bit over this cheek. Maybe, I guess I didn't get the darker red up. Look, even darker. We're gonna go real ham on her highlights. That one got a little too oversaturated. We'll go back. I've gone too ham. Alright, do it like that. A little bit over her eyes, and her mouth, and a little bit down here to give her a glow. Yeah, okay. That girl reminds me of someone. That's it. I feel like I need to take a break from her. I don't think it turned out the way I wanted. I gotta think of like what's wrong. Her mouth is too far over, maybe. I'll keep picking at it. I'll keep picking at it until I get something. Feather 15. If I move your mouth a little over, I think it should be good, and then maybe even spin it a bit. Alright, that looks like it's lining up a little better. I have this overlay on. Let's add a little glow here, and then go in and add a shadow. Like that. Oops. Let's pick a nice saturated thing and have it come in. Alright. It's a little slanted, just a little. Everything is slanted, I know. I just don't know how to fix it. I might have to come back. So like when I take it and I spin it this way, it looks like everything is going off this way. But I think if I fix it, let's see, maybe I'm wrong. If I fix it to make it look right this way, no, it's not invalid. How dare you? What are you doing? Okay, let's get it like this. If I lasso. Why won't you let me lasso? I see what's happening. I think I'm trying to input something. Oh wait, I have to deselect. Let's get it like this. You always think I'm trying to put inputs into things I don't want to put inputs in, computer. Trust me on it. Okay, feather 15. And then warp it. And let's see, if I bring her face in like that, does that look right? Let me bring it in even more. So that looks a little more right to me at this angle. But then if I reset, yeah, I guess it looks okay. Does that look better? I think I just had her face a little bit wonky. Might have been from the sketch. Oh, I'm missing some chat. It's a little slanted. Looks better now. Never mind, she does looks good now. Everyone's just like, it's okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, she's looking okay. You just have to keep picking at these things, you know what I mean? Like, especially when you're feeling like on a funk about drawing. I think it's better to draw and then like fail at it than just like give up. Even though I sort of half gave up in the middle. I'm a hypocrite, I guess. You know what I mean though, like I didn't really like permanently give up. I just kept walking away from it. I have like ended the drawings and come back to them later, or I've just kind of given up on them for a while. Alright, let's get this little patch a little darker. I want that like dark shadow. So I think that goes in. She does look better. I know what you mean, but what it means, oop, it's like when you see here, read something unexpected, and you're like, wow. I think of Visco Girls. Alley oop. I don't know why. Skit, 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 skit. I am not a Visco girl, sadly. I'm just not cool enough. I do believe in saving turtles, if that makes a difference. Okay, oops. I don't want to hide Photoshop. I want to not be so clumsy with my keyboard. There we go. Alright, she's looking better now. I think I had to get that proportion. Her hair is still huge, but we're gonna... we can work on that a little bit. Let's merge this. We'll go ahead and merge this hair layer. And we'll bring it in a little bit. So I think this sticks out over here when it would be falling in here a little bit. So I'm going to bring this in. I might go a little too crazy with this and have to backtrack. Alright. I don't really want to mess too much with that side. Okay. Does that look better? I think so. I'm gonna have to reshape the hair a little bit here. I can do that so it's not like looking so... Oops, I don't want to do that with the background, my bad. Let me make another masking layer. And we'll just make this other one. We'll remember it's for hair. Why do I keep doing that? What is wrong with me? Let me get the eraser out and erase this a little bit first. Oh, let's make this hardness 0. I'm gonna erase this bump and then work on it. What's my hair layer? Yeah. She's so pretty. Oh yes, please never do the thing. You're better than that. What do people have against Visco girls? They're just having a good life. I like them. I think they're funny. As long as people aren't preachy, they can do whatever they want. I guess people can be preachy if they want. Alright. I don't know how much of a fix this is, but it's something. Okay, let's get some small strands in here, too. Yeah. Like that. Sure, why not? I don't know. I'm just glad I was able to kind of fix her face shape eventually. I don't know what else to do. I'll throw in some kind of fuzziness to the background. I could go in and refine some stuff, but I might just leave it here and come back to it later. But let's give her something, some kind of texture in the background so she looks... oh, I can change the hardness of this? I didn't even notice that. Let's make it much bigger. Yeah. Okay, let's make our opacity less. And we'll give her like a darker purple around her. Gives it just kind of an interesting thing, so she's not just floating there in the background. Do my usual little tricks. We'll do this too. Like so. And then we can do the overlay trick. This is my lazy little... Did I see the Dora Visco? She had nails and everything. I don't care for them. Never ever seen their video. I don't hate them. The whole skits thing is super creepy. Are they like a TikTok thing? I don't even know where they came from. They just came up one day. They were there. Alright, let's give a red color on the corner. Why is my overlay layer all the way down here? What happened? I want you here. Alright, so we're gonna have too dark. Gonna have a little red coming from here. Still too dark. A little red. A little blue on this side maybe. And a little bit of green coming up from the bottom. Let's see how this looks. It's like a disco. Maybe not that green. How about like a peachy brown instead? Alright, and then we'll turn down the opacity. There we go, that adds some kind of light shine. It's like a disco. I don't know why I go to disco. Yeah, I think I'll just I'll start wrapping it up here. I don't know what else to do with her. She's had a little bit of a rough day, but I think we got her rendered in the end. Yeah, any last thoughts you guys want to share about VSCO Girls or other things? Okay, so next week is Thanksgiving. So, I think I'm going to try to do a stream Wednesday night again, if I can. And, I will not be doing a stream a week from today, Saturday, because, that's the 30th, right? Yeah, it's my sister's birthday, so we'll probably be doing, like, holiday stuff. I mean, you know, celebratory stuff. But, yeah. Thank you, James. So I'm gonna have some giant breakfast because I've been eating like trail mix and stuff for meals lately while driving. I'm looking forward to it. Next week, should I draw a VSCO girl? Maybe. So yeah, Wednesday night my time. I know that's not really helpful, but it'll probably be around like 7 or whenever Mountain Time in the U.S. I'll try to like put out like a message when I'm about to do it, and then nothing a week from this Saturday, but then after that should be back to normal, and I shouldn't be so running around crazy. I'll wish my sister happy birthday from you guys. Thanks, and I hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving, even if you don't celebrate it. It's kind of a weird, it's like a food holiday more than anything. So everyone have a nice meal on November 28th, I guess. Everyone's gotta have a nice meal and be like, yeah, it's Thanksgiving, why not? I'm so bossy all of a sudden. I'm like, everyone must have a nice meal. But yeah, thanks guys for coming by and keeping me company while I attempted to draw this. She's a VSCO girl in her heart. Just imagine a nice little VSCO right here. Yeah, so thanks everyone. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you next time I see you.